Hey, what's up, guys? This is King Vox, also known as Cosmic Jellybean, and today we're going to be talking about Black Desert Seasons. Now, Season was something that I don't like. Now, I'm going to tell you guys straight out. I've talked about this in Path of Exile. I talked about how it's literally become all Path of Exile is about, and without a season, Path of Exile is just completely dead. Okay, then I talked about how Seasons was an excuse for Diablo's 3 developers to pretty much do nothing and allow the game to just sit there and not really bring any new content to the game whatsoever for years and years and years. So I'm not a big fan of the idea of Season. So when Season was announced for Black Desert, it caught me off guard. Now, mind you, this is a different situation. This isn't an action RPG. This is a MMORPG. They labeled themselves as an MMORPG forever, but it is indeed a sandbox MMORPG. And the difference between that is typically less story based and more based around PvP. That's usually what happens in sandbox RPGs. They kind of leave it up to you to decide what you want to be or whatever. But in Black Desert's case, it's mostly PvP. Now, people argue up and down that you can do stuff like life skilling or whatever it may be, and that's in the game or whatever for you to enjoy. But to be honest, I've played these type of games for many years and they're all pretty much the same. They're all based on farming currency. No matter what you do, your main objective in this game is to farm currency to buy upgrades. That is the hands down #1 way to progress in this game. And then there's also the way, I know many people are going to argue, to enhance things. Enhancing is never the way to go. You'll just get so much farther just either grinding or doing something, whatever floats your boat as far as making currency in this game and actually buying what you want. Now, that was the case until this season server came. Okay, so Seasons in Black Desert kind of caught me off guard. When the first one came, I made a character in there, and coming from what the idea of Season and MMO and action RPGs and stuff like that, typically I was like, well, there's only one class I ever even care about, and that class is Wizard. So I made this wizard right here. Here's my main wizard, 62 Crystal Top. I've been maining him forever. I play other classes and try to re-roll to other classes, but it just never really works out. I just end up not really having a lot of fun, but also at the same time I'm burnt out on my wizard. So that's been a big thing. And then my second main would be my Striker. My Striker actually has my King Vox name or whatever. And I really can't think of any other class. I guess my third will probably be Archer. I really do like Archer. I don't know if I can bring myself to main the class though, but it's really fun for a little bit. I would say like a couple weeks. But my Striker and my Wizard, I absolutely love them. And there's one more class that I love the idea of, but I can never follow through on it, and it's my Valk. Valk is one of those classes that I look at and I'm just like, man, she's so cool, but I never really want to play it. Anyway, so I made a wizard and I got it to like 30 something, and mind you guys, I am working crazy hours and stuff like that, so I really haven't been making videos of much of any game lately, and the only game I felt like I had time to play is World of Warcraft. So I sat down with a guy named Natural Born Killer. You guys may know him. He's done some Guild Wars streaming and some Guild Wars videos. I've recommended him to some Guild Wars fans, but for many of you guys that don't know, he has an extremely geared wizard, and I met this guy in a guild named Hex back in the day, and we just kept in touch, and it just turned out that he played Guild Wars as well and loved my Guild Wars content at the time, and we end up just coming together and being really great friends or whatever. Natch, shout out to you. But he basically had time or whatever to sit down and talk to me about Black Desert Season and stuff like that, and told me why I should come back and enjoy the game and stuff like that. So I decided to come back, and I made this, and I haven't really been like super trying to enhance anything, but I aim for some things that I didn't want to buy for this class. so I could have stuff. So primarily like weapons and stuff like that. So I basically pinned them out because they're, when you pin the weapons, they're like equivalent to Tet weapons. So that saves me money that I, you know, don't have to spend to buy weapons for this class. So I'm trying out this class. I already bought a Tet Dandy because I know I want to like start Caffering it or something like that, whatever. But I didn't need these rings. I just made one for the actual quest. Let me show you guys this. So basically, the last thing I have to do now for this, I've done all of this, guys. I literally done all of this in the proximity of like this small amount of time. Like I thought this would take like a long time. It did not. The time probably played on this character is probably ridiculously low. I really didn't do anything. As you can see, I have potions here. I've been leeching or whatever to level up. I started at around like 57. I did do the main quest line for Medea and stuff like that. And what else? Let me see, actually. So I did all of these quests. As you guys can see, they're all like completed. Anyway, but I didn't go out in the desert. I was like, screw that. That's when I stopped. I started doing a little bit and I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. Turns out you don't even have to do that. You don't have to do really anything if you don't want to. I mean, you can grind to get some stuff, but this is a great catch-up mechanic. Like, I've had all this gear to Tet and could have done like pen stuff, but I was using it to make fail stacks in order to pen these Tavula or whatever. I can't even pronounce this shit. Tavula weapons. So basically I didn't have to buy Tet weapons for this character. I don't think I can transfer these or anything like that, but at the end of the season I'm gonna get a Pen Kaposha ring, which is the equivalent of like a Tet crescent ring. I think that's pretty cool. Right now, if I were to take this character off a season or whatever, I would be around 560 gear score. Just because of the gear that I actually have on my other character. So I do still have gear and stuff like that. I never got rid of my account or anything like that. I just really haven't had the time to play. And BDO is one of those games that make you feel that you have to have so much time invested and you have to keep grinding or you're not going to be able to keep up with other people. And that was a big thing before, you know, trying to work a full-time job and play BDO and trying to have a healthy relationship and stuff like that, you know, and a healthy marriage. You oftentimes just get so discouraged. You're just like, man, you join Discord or something like that, and this guy's been doing nothing but farming PLQ or wherever the greatest new farm spot is, you know, for hours and hours and hours, and you're stuck at work. So then at that point, you have like no real options. You know, you have an option to buy costumes from the marketplace to keep up in silver, so you can still be competitive. And in a game like this, people will tell you to not compete with other people, but it's human nature to want to compete with other people. It's human nature or whatever to be competitive. People will say up and down, you know, they don't worry about other people or whatever, but you have no choice but to worry about them when you want to grind in like a really nice spot, but you can't keep up. You know what I mean? Like you have people that are just extremely way more stronger than you and stuff like that. So that was always a problem that I faced before. But with these season servers, if I had no gear, guys, I would basically be working on getting all of this gear pen, and that's essentially soft cap. And soft cap isn't too hard to get to lately or whatever, but with the season servers, you can get there in like a month. I'm not even joking. Like not even a month. Like probably like, I don't know, guys, like 3 weeks or something like that. If you know what you're doing in these servers, like this is something that I want to see in Black Desert for a long time. I always entertained the idea of a catch-up mechanic, and I never knew how to implement it. And the season servers are just a perfect thing for that. So if like you haven't played Black Desert in a very long time and you want to catch up, you want to like, you know, basically get free gear, like this will give you full Tet gear except for accessories will be the equivalent of tri yellow accessories, which is basically good. It's dope. You have to think about how expensive that stuff is. Let's go over it right now. So you have your armor. Let me see. In this gear, it doesn't go away after the season, but what happens is it gets stuck where it's at. So if you don't make it to pen on there, it's just going to be, you know, whatever it's gonna be, you know. So a pen version of this armor is equivalent to a Tet helmet. So basically what you'll be getting is 1.2 mil. I'll say I'm gonna go with the base low. So we're just gonna round it off. So we're gonna just go 1 bill. We're gonna round it down, not off or whatever. But so we have a bill for the helmet already, and mind you, it's over a bill, right? So then you're gonna go to Tet Demtree, and we're gonna go to the bottom. We're just gonna round this to about 2 bill, because this is an item or whatever that never sells for like low price. It's just considered the best chest in the game, right? So then you got bags. We're just going with some basic stuff just to show you guys, and we're gonna bags. Really good item because it has accuracy, so it's a sought after item. Accuracy is huge in the game. It allows you or whatever to just pimp right through people's evasion builds. So boom, we are already at 5 bill. So we're gonna put the armor gloves at 2 bill a piece and the helmet just at 1 bill, and you guys can round up if you want to, whatever. But we have Muskin boots here, and mind you, these aren't even the very best. So oh my goodness. So we're talking about, we're just gonna round it up to about 6 bill. So you're saving 6 bill on armor alone, and it's not hard to get full pen of this armor, guys. I'm telling you, they give you so many fill stacks and stuff like that. You can even save them from season to season. Actually, I don't know if I have any more. I'm actually running out of fill stacks just because I just tried to get this offhand to pen so much, because I don't like buying Kudums at all. I like to, if I spend gold in game, I want to buy like a Nuva or something like that. So this, I made sure I was like, oh yeah, 100% definitely got to get this, period. No it's what's buts about it. That's just what it has to be, right? So I made sure to get that, and I knew that I wanted to get a Dandelion for this character, so I got that because nostalgia, whatever. So that right there, and then we're going to talk about accessories. So then we're going to hit try. So try crescent rings are right under a bill. You might be able to get one for 800 million. These were a lot more expensive back when I first seen them. I think they were like 1.5 or 1.7 bill or something like that. So now they're like under a bill, which is crazy. I don't know if the market's just low right now. I haven't played in quite some time or whatever. Then you're talking about ogre ring, and you're talking about 2.5 bill. Guys, we're already almost at 10 billion. Okay, we're almost at 10 billion. I don't really know what accessory to compare it to. Let's go into Tungrad and see how far, what a Tungrad is. So yeah, so you would pretty much get 2 Tungrads. So that's 3 bill, because we're just gonna go 1.5 bill or whatever. So that's, man, this is over 10 billion worth of gear that you're getting, and then about 1.2 bill. So to get all this up, 1.2. So guys, if you're talking, we're just gonna round it up to 12 billion, right? 12 billion silver. 12 billion silver. Okay, and that's not even including weapons. I didn't even include weapons, but this is what it takes to get soft cap. And however you may start to grind, and I know there's people out there that say they grind, you know, there's some people capable of grinding a quarter to a half a billion a day. There's some people that actually grind 1 billion silver a day, but these people are, you know, they have a lot of knowledge of the game, and some of them have ridiculous gear that allows them to grind in high end grind spots. You as a new player, you're not going to be able to do that. I guarantee it. I don't care what anyone tells you. You're not going to be able to do that as a new player. You do a shitload of research maybe. So we're going to say we're at 12 billion right now. That's not even including weapons, right? So we're just going to go 2 billion right here for your dandy. So that's 14 billion, right? And then we're going to go shield. It doesn't matter which one. So we're going to go Kudum or whatever. and then you're getting Tech Kudum. So we're gonna round this out to 2 billion as well. just for the shits and giggles, right? So 14, 15, you're at 16 billion right there, whatever. Guys, look, I don't even, we're just gonna go, we're all right, so 17 billion pretty much. This is what we're going to put you guys at. So if you get full pen on everything on the season server, and I know I haven't done that here, but mind you, I've only played for like a week and a half. Like my time played on this actual character is like non-existent. Like I made this guy when he was first available to make him. I leveled him up to 50, and I just didn't even do anything on him. I just logged off, and I literally didn't log on for a minute, and I'll show you guys. I have the returning player thing in this right here. So as you guys can see, whenever this shit was available, like you can see, it's not filled up. So it's not like I've been playing for days and days and days. Literally about 2 weeks. Okay, I had some logins from before. I don't know where I was at exactly, but I'm at like day 16 now, and I think I did play during the weekend or something like that and got like a double days for some of these things. But you can see I haven't been playing long, or this shit would have been filled up, right? So I'm just getting back, and I've just started doing the daily thing. And mind you, this is the season quest daily things that were from last season. So this isn't even from this. This is from the wizard that I'm just continuing and hoping that I can complete in time. I don't know if they will just leave it there, even if it's impossible to complete. But I'm just gonna keep chugging along and actually doing that, whatever. But guys, I'm talking about, for an average new player, it probably takes a whole week to grind about, I would say, 400 million. I mean, and some people may be like, oh no, that's crazy. No, 400 million is a lot of silver for a new player. Like, I'm not even joking with you guys. If you get lucky on some drops, maybe some boxes or some of the events, like this is gear. You have to understand, I spent years getting to soft cap. Obviously, as I was playing, soft cap kept rising and rising and rising and rising or whatever, guys. But that's an immense amount of silver to try to get. When I realized that I wasn't reaching it because I have a weird impulse when it comes to enhancing and gambling, I need to stay away from it. I'm no good at it. I just don't know how to take my wins. If I win and I get something, then I just feel like I can get everything, and I blow stuff up, and it's so stupid. Don't do it. Don't enhance anything if you don't have to. But on this server, on the season server, you do have to enhance, but the enhancing rates are higher. You have a lot higher chance to get this stuff. Trust me. I am someone that does not enhance anymore. Period. But season servers for BDO, great. If you want to get into BDO, you get into, like, I think soft cap gear will allow you to do like rank 1 node wars or something like that, or tier 1 node wars, I believe. And to be honest, guys, those tier 1 node wars were probably the most fun that I've ever had in BDO, period. Back in the day, I did not like, I've done a siege like once or twice or whatever in my life when I was in Hex, and they were not fun. You get ran over by people that are extremely geared, and things are completely different now. I believe they kind of govern that a little bit more, so they don't allow people to just run people over. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't done it in so long or whatever, but it's making me want to really get into the game, get back into the game. So you guys may see some videos coming from me or whatever, and I'll keep you guys updated on my progress or whatever right after the season and stuff like that. For right now, I'm not gonna make too many videos on my progress on this character. After the season, I'll let you guys know where I'm at, and then we can go from there. If anyone else has been playing BDO or coming back to BDO, and that's an old fan of mine or whatever, hey, how are you? I might live stream some. I don't know. I always thought live streaming BDO and just like grinding is kind of boring or whatever, but we'll see. Peace out, guys. That's how I feel about seasons. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.